Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another Alliance War video. We have war number 3 for season 33, so triple threes today. And 4 Loki matched New Nation, which is pretty much like one of our biggest rivals. GT40, I guess, yeah, I'd say GT40 and New Nation are probably, and SSX are probably our 3 biggest rivals. But New Nation is like the alliance that, like, I hate losing to the most, I'd say. I don't know why. It's just bugs me when we lose to them. So like whenever we play them, like there's like a fire inside me. I think it's because my first ever season in 4 Loki, not ever in 4 Loki. Well, actually, yeah, my first ever war season in 4 Loki, because when I was in 4 Loki before there wasn't season. So that is correct, actually. I was having a perfect season. I hadn't died a single time, man. It was going so well, and then we faced New Nation, and I died 3 times in one war, and I didn't die again for the rest of the season. So like, I think that's why I don't hate New Nation as like an alliance or anyone in there, but like that's why I hate fighting them, because of that war, you know. So every time I play them again, you know, I still feel like I gotta make up for that. I don't know, it's kind of silly, but I guess that is the reason. I guess I never even really thought of it, but that is the reason. And also, you know, we have people over there that we know. And KT1 now, you know, fellow YouTuber, he's actually in BG3 as well, so I don't know if I fight any of his defenders specifically, but yeah, you know, that kind of makes it a bit more fun, get some rivalry going. It's always a good time, make things a bit more interesting. So here we have a Moleman. Section 1 was a piece of cake, and Moleman here, not really too worried about fighting him. You see he's going a little bit unstoppable, but it's fine. You know, we got Kitty, not to worry. He's getting some footloose with his evade and unstoppable. It's fine. You can see even with Kitty, you know, you can still go in. Unfortunately, he didn't dash at me here, so the special barely connected, and it didn't even crit on the parts that did connect. So that was an extremely disappointing special too. And now I'm kind of in a bad spot. I don't have prowess, so I can't phase here. He catches me. We take some hits. Not good. That's why I do have the indestructible boost, though. Right there we hit a pretty critical intercept, and now we're back on track. We have enough prowess. Boom, hit another intercept, drop our special, and that's lights out. So we actually get a crit that time, which is wonderful. So next up we have an Ebony Maw here. You can see right there the Kiru. There's KT1's bishop. But yeah, here we have Ebony Maw. We're just gonna be going in with the rank 4 human nuke, man. That's honestly what I call my torch now. I call him basically, instead of torch, it's nuke, because he just nukes down everything. So start with a little bit of a light intercept to turn off the ebb and flow, get that fury going so our damage can really stack up. Unfortunately, I mean, I've been playing so well that I haven't taken on really any blocked hits yet, so my temperature was low, but right there we charge up that heavy, get our temperature maxed out. That really helps your incinerate damage. I really like, that's how I prefer to punish Ebony Maw, or to knock him down, just to get the spacing off of his special ones. I find that to be much easier than trying to parry him or heavy counter him or anything. I find it's just safest and most consistent to bait his special one and then punish that with a heavy. I personally find that to be the way to go. Because, you know, I can reparry all day long, but there's no guarantee that Ebony Maw is going to fall for the reparry, which I think, because if he just goes, I think it's his mediums that you can't parry. You can only parry his light. So if he just ends, if you try to reparry and he just does mediums, like, you're not going to get the stun. And so and then if you do get the stun, these guys place with max limber, so you have to be like quick to realize you got the stun and to go for the heavy. And if you hesitate for even like a half second, because like normally your reparries don't stun, if you hesitate for that half second, then you go for the heavy, oh, he recovered from the stun, now you get smacked. So, you know, it's all about playing safe, and so that's what I try to do for the most part. Next up here we have a Sasquatch. This dude is huge, a massive tank. So right here I start the fight with going for a light intercept again. Sassy didn't go for it the first time. The second time he did, though. There we go. Got the intercept, got the fury. And here we did go for flame on, because this guy is so big and bulky. But with flame on, man, we're melting him. We already took off 50% of his health within the first intercept, you know, time after with the passive fury. So unfortunately, we got a little bit tagged up, but it's fine. He still hasn't even triggered Wrath. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and throw my special 2, and I'm going to go in and punish the stun. You know, he does have a chance to trigger Wrath of Terax and then shrug the stun and combo me, but it's pretty unlikely. Right there, I intercepted him. Like, that was an actual special intercept, not like the ones Hercules does that aren't actual intercepts, but it still didn't disable the ebb and flow intercept node, which was weird, which I usually don't even try to do that, because it's a bit trickier to actually get like a successful, actual classed as an intercept special attack, which I'm pretty sure I did, but it didn't count as an intercept for the node, which is weird. I feel like those should, but I maybe that's the way it's always worked. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really go for those much. And at the end, we took a bit of a combo, but it was fine. The fight was over, and I think that was my last torch fight. I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, next up here we have a Civil Warrior. It felt really good to be using mags, dude. Honestly, thinking about my next rank 4s. Oh yeah, so you're gonna see I totally forgot about the the what's it called? Mighty Charge. So I wasn't repairing at the start, that's why I got tagged a bit, but as soon as I realized Mighty Charge, I'm like, oh right, I gotta reparry. I can't just single parry and then drop my luck. So that's why I got tagged at the start. That's not gonna happen again. I'm gonna hit every reparry now, except for that. There we go. But yeah, man, I really love using mags again. Like, I've been thinking who I want to rank 4 next for mutants. You know, like, I got Kitty Pryde already, which is the absolute best rank 4 for me. I'm so happy she was my first rank 4, and I would absolutely do it all over again, 100%. But I'm trying to think like who my next mutant rank 4 is going to be, and it's so tough, man. Like, there's so many I want to do. Weapon X is a high consideration. You know, APOC, a lot of people have rank 4 APOC, and for good reason. But honestly, I think the champ I want to do the most is Magneto, but I feel like a lot of people think of those rank ups like Magneto, Human Torch. It's like, why would you rank them up? Like, you know, they do what they do good at rank 3. Like, we're gonna rank 4 them to what? To kill stuff like the same amount, or, you know, that's what I always hear, and it's like, Torch and Magneto are not unkillable, you know. It's hard to die with them in their ideal matchups, which is, you know, Mystic champs or Metal champs, but it's not impossible. It has surely happened. And having that rank 4 gives them a lot of extra health. And extra health, while being boosted as well, for war specifically, is huge. That extra health is going to help you survive. And already in these super ideal matchups, more health, more survivability, why would you not want that? You know, that's kind of the way I think. Also, roster diversity is such a big thing. I haven't seen a single rank 4 Magneto, but I want one. I sure as hell want one, man. I used a Mutant Awakening gem on my Magneto. He's already SIG 100. I don't know if I would SIG him up all the way. Depends when I rank for him. If it would be within my first 5 for Prestige, then I would. But yeah, man, I think Magneto at rank 4 would be such a monster. And the great thing about Magneto, she's a good defender, too. And especially for Battlegrounds. Like, if you can have Magneto and your opponent only has Metal champs left, boom, just place Magneto on defense. And that's like a guaranteed timeout, just about. So, unless they have like an Archangel or something. But, yeah, I don't know. Magneto, definitely someone I want to rank 4. He's so good. He's so damn good for Metal champs. But yeah, next up here, my final fight, we have a Terax, or Terrence, as I like to call him. We got Stunning Reflection, Polka Dot Power. So we're going to be going in here with Kitty Pryde, which I think is the absolute best counter to this fight, and just to Terax specifically. So here we're going to start with a special 1, and we're not going to do it while we're phasing, because then it would place passive Incinerates, and then we wouldn't gain any power back from Polka Dot Power. But it doesn't even really matter. I think, honestly, probably should just go for an invul boost here. I mean, or I don't even really need one, but as you can see, like, I didn't even get enough power to get back to another special 1. So that power start 1 was kind of useless. It gave me some temperature, but temperature doesn't matter if you're not throwing specials. And it did a little bit of damage, but not much. But yeah, Kitty is just so good against Terax. You can see I can parry here as well, because when I'm phasing, I'm stun immune. Right there, boom, I parried. I don't care. I'm stun immune. I can't get stunned as long as I'm phasing. I am when your phase is Kitty, you're in God mode. You take no damage. You're stun immune. Like, you're invincible unless you're facing like Nameless Collector or Grandmaster or something, and their specialty is a guaranteed kill. That's like the only thing that can bypass Kitty's indestructibility, you know. And yeah, we come out of there with full health. Just such a good matchup for Kitty. And those were my fights against New Nation. We played pretty well, and we actually ended up winning our battle group. BG3 only died one time, which was really solid against New Nation, and they had double the amounts of deaths as us, man. We're 2 times better than New Nation. I'm just kidding. They had 2 deaths, 1 more than us, which is technically double, but obviously a huge exaggeration there. But unfortunately, we did end up losing the war overall. We tied 7-7, but they had like 1,000 less time in fight time. So very disappointing, very disheartening. We just had like we had a bunch of like silly deaths that we probably wouldn't happen normally. It's just something against New Nation, man. We just, I don't know. It's just something about them, about our alliance. We just have like bad wars against them. Silly mistakes get made, but it's all good. Like I always say, we win as a team, we lose as a team. I'm pretty proud of BG3 for beating their BG3. Gotta take the little wins when you can, I always say. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this war video. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. More wars coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.